Once upon a time, in the village of Mendes, there lived a young couple named Ada and Obinna Ezioku. Ada and Obinna have been married for 15 years, living happily together with 2 children. But despite their marital bliss, they had a big issue, which was poverty. Obinna was a caring, amazing, hardworking and diligent father and husband, but he couldn't afford a decent meal and a good lifestyle. However, his wife, Ada, was a strong supporter and partner to Obinna, who never argued, nagged, or got pissed off with her husband. Every day, Obinna goes to his routine work as a mason. When he comes back, Ada makes sure there is food to eat and welcomes him like a king. Most nights, Obinna wakes up and goes outside crying, asking God for mercy to change his situation and make him a man capable of fending for his family and taking good care of his children and wife. He cried till 4 a.m. and went inside to wake his family for their routine morning devotion. One day, Obinna and his wife went for one of their friends' baby dedication. The time came for them to share souvenirs for the guests. As the person carrying it reached Obinna's wife, she sighed and said, "When people are coming out to grace an important occasion, church rats will still be coming. Now wow!" She passed her and gave the souvenir to the lady next to her. Ada quickly wiped off the tears from her eyes, stood up and went to where her husband is. Obinna noticed the mood of his wife and quickly understood what must have transpired as he saw other women with gifts and his wife was holding none. He excused himself from the party and took his wife home. At home, Ada was just staring at an unknown place with tears dropping down her cheeks. Obinna petted her that things would be fine. It's just a matter of time. Ada wiped her tears, went into the kitchen and prepared dinner for her husband and children. 2 months later, Chidera, Obinna's first son, became seriously ill and was rushed to the traditionalist home for treatment. The man tried all he could but to no avail and had to tell the couple to rush their son to the hospital. Obinna quickly rushed his son to the hospital and pleaded for the doctor to attend to his son. But the nurses insisted that Obinna needed to pay half of the hospital fee before they would attend to their son, Chidera. Ada kept pleading for them to save her son's life. The nurses kept insisting that it's the hospital policy. Ada gave them all her savings she had, which was 6,000 naira, but the nurses insisted it wasn't enough. They had to deposit at least 20,000 naira before they can commence treatment. Obinna and Ada kept pleading for them to have mercy when Chidera started breathing heavily. The hospital MD came back from his travel. When he met what was happening, Ada quickly rushed to where he was, knelt down and started pleading with him. The MD felt pity for Ada and told the nurses to bring in Chidera quickly. As the nurses tried to raise Chidera up from the floor where he was, Chidera gave up the ghost. Ada wailed, crying bitterly, looking at the nurses that they had now happy he is gone. Chidera is gone. She kept crying. Obinna tried to console her, but Ada wasn't someone to be consoled. Months passed and Ada mourned her son bitterly. 6 months later, Chiamaka, the only surviving child of Obinna and Ada, had an attack at night and was quickly rushed to the hospital. This time around, the hospital attended to them without asking for a deposit. They tried all they could to restore her back to health, but her condition kept deteriorating. Ada and Obinna were told to raise up 2 million naira to do a kidney transplant for Chidera. Ada was devastated. In the space of a year, she wants to lose her 2 children. It's not possible at all. She looked at Obinna for the very first time. She shouted at him, "Obinna, are you going to sit back and watch our child die just like that? You are the head of the family. Why can't you be a man for once? You were here, Chidera died, and now Chiamaka. Obinna, if anything, I repeat, if anything happens to my daughter and only child, I would never forgive you." She looked at him in anger and walked out of the hospital. Obinna was dumbfounded as his wife has never raised her voice at him before. He walked out of the hospital quietly with a lot of thoughts on his mind. He sat down at the riverbank thinking about his life, how he has worked several years, got a lot of promises from people, yet no results or any evidence to show how much he has worked hard. As he was thinking, an elderly man sat where he was and smiled, looking at him. Obinna, son of Mazi Obiago, you have a bright destiny. You are a man of wealth. You are a great man, but you just have to make a great sacrifice to enhance your wealth. Are you ready to pay this sacrifice to make open your wealth? Obinna stared at the man. Please, who are you? Obinna asked. The man laughed. I am Shamba, the destiny giver. I am the one who gives people their hidden treasures, but for only the brave ones who are able to do the sacrifice. Are you willing and ready to leave this wretchedness you are in? Yes, I am, Obinna quickly replied. I am tired of this life, Shamba. Do you know I have worked different jobs? A lot, but nothing to show for it. I lost my first son and child because of my inability to provide hospital bills. My wife and I have faced a lot of humiliations, and now my only child, Chiamaka, is at the verge of dying. I can't provide for her treatment, and for the very first time, my wife raised her voice at me. I won't blame her. She has been the most patient, understanding, and devoted wife ever. I want to give her the best, like the very best, Shamba. I do feel like a failure most times, in fact, every time. Please do help me out, Shamba. Obinna kept crying. Okay, Shamba replied. I can see you are ready and bold to do this. Follow me. Shamba took Obinna to a thatched hut and told him all he needs for the sacrifice. Obinna left the hut. Oh God. Obinna left the hut, feeling down, thinking about what Shamba just told him. On getting home, his mood looked disturbed. Ada came to meet him, kneeling and pleading to Obinna about the way she spoke to him at the hospital. But Obinna smiled and walked inside his room. Ada followed him, still pleading. Upon seeing Obinna's mood, she allowed him in. That night, Obinna could not sleep. Ada noticed and asked him what the matter was. He did not reply to her, but busted out in tears as he walked outside. Ada followed him and still consoled him. Obinna kept calm, hugged his wife tightly and pecked her. Baby, I love you. You want the best. This is not the kind of life you envisioned with me. When you got married to me then as a security officer, you believed in me and still believe me. You are the most precious, supportive, amazing, and true blessing from God to me. I am so sorry for being a failure to you. I am so sorry. He knelt down, crying and holding Ada. Oh, Bim, it's okay, Ada replied. God's time is the best. I believe in you. I know everything will be fine. But just scared about Chiamaka. She's all we have, Obi. I just pray nothing should happen to my baby. Ada raised Obinna up. Adako, I have something to discuss with you. Today, I went to the riverbank to think about my life, and I met this old man who told me about myself. I haven't met him before, and he told me I am a great man with a beautiful destiny. Ada smiled. I told you, Obi, you are a great person. Let's be patient. God's time is the best. So is that all he said? She looked at him. Well, that's not all he said. I should sacrifice something. Immediately, Ada hushed him. Obin, sacrifice. No. If it's that, then let's just forget about it. No, Ada. It's not human blood he asked for, Obinna replied. But he said he would love to see you. I can't say it, but would love you to meet him first. Ada looked at Obinna with that suspicious look. Okay, as far as not human blood, tomorrow morning, before going to the hospital, we will see him. Obinna hugged her as he retired to bed. The next day, Ada and Obinna went to meet Shamba. He welcomed them and told Ada what the sacrifice is. Looking at Ada, he told her, I can see you're a very beautiful woman. Despite the fact that you're not gorgeously or beautifully dressed, you are just beautiful. Imagine when you do this sacrifice for your husband and he has all the wealth to spoil you. How would you look? He stared at her. Ada, can you give your beauty for your husband's fortune? Ada was speechless. I don't understand, Shamba. My beauty. You mean my beauty for my husband's fortune? But why? Ada looked at Obinna. Ada, you are the pillar and the soul of your husband's fortune. Your beauty is his wealth. Only if you can do this for your husband, then you would forever forget how poverty is. It will be a thing of the past. And Obinna, If your wife does this, promise you will never make her feel bad the way she would look, cheat or make her feel worthless. Not even thinking of cheating. Would you do that? Obinna looked at his wife. I would not even dare to hurt my wife. My love, please do this for us. We have waited patiently for the best to come, even a little best, but nothing. Instead, for more issues and the other. We can barely feed. Chiamaka needs us. If not, we'll lose her. Please, love. I promise. I don't know what the aftermath of your look will be, but I will forever keep loving you. Please, love, do this for us. Ada stood still for like 30 minutes. Various thoughts on her mind. Ada, do this for your home. Are you not tired of the ridicule and poverty? No, Ada, don't do this. God's time is the best. Are you really going to sacrifice your God-given beauty for wealth? Ada, no! Different thoughts kept ringing in her head. When she quickly shouted, I would do it! Looking at her husband, I am doing this for us. I know where we are rich. Beauty won't mean anything to you because you would have all the wealth to maintain me. Promise me you won't hurt me nor cheat on me. Obinna looked at her. I promise with the last drop of my blood. Okay, Shamba. Ada looked at him. I am ready. Shamba smiled and told them the day they should come for the sacrifice. The day of the sacrifice came. Ada underwent the spiritual processes. After that, she went home. The following week, contract upon contract, good luck, fortune, wealth started coming to Obinna. And in the twinkle of an eye, Obinna became a very wealthy man. He paid for Chiamaka's hospital bill, she did the operation, and Chiamaka came back home hale and hearty. They were all happy, living the life they've always wished for. A month later, Ada woke up screaming as she felt a sharp pain in her chest, stomach, face, legs, and hair. As she stood up, looking at the mirror, her scream increased. Ah! Who is this? No, this can't be me. Ah! Chiamaka ran into the room and screamed. Ah! What happened to your mom? Where is my mother? Obinna entered the room and screamed also. Immediately, he carried Ada to Shamba's place. When Shamba saw her, he smiled and turned to Obinna. Your sacrifice is complete now. You will never know poverty again. In fact, that will be a strange word to you. This is how your wife will look forever. But remember your promise to her. Congratulations. Ada started sobbing. No, Shamba, this can't be my new look. This can't be me. How can I look like a monster? No, this can't be me. She continued screaming when Obinna held her tightly. I will always stand and be with you. I love you. Ada kept yelling, no, this can't be me. To be continued in our next story. Ada's beauty used for her husband's wealth. Thank you.